Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Donald H. Jones Stadium here at Kiski, where the Cougars will take on the Pine Richland Rams in tonight's lacrosse match. Pine Richland comes in with a record of 10-7, 5-3 in the conference, in their conference, I should say, and that puts them third in their conference. And they come down, short drive down from Gibsonia, PA. The Cougars come into tonight's matchup with a 15-5 record after a third place showing at the MSLA championships last weekend. Cougars had their 10-game winning streak snapped by Culver Academy on Friday in the first round, bounced back with a 17-13 win against Everest Academy in the second round, or in the third place game, and came away with a couple personal accolades also during the weekend for all conference teams. And we'll bring that to you throughout the evening of who all made the all conference teams. So Cougars are here welcoming Pine Richland. A little bit of a dreary day here in Salzburg. The rain is coming down. It's a steady rain out there, but didn't deter people from coming. We still have quite a nice crowd here. Mr. Messides, Mrs. Messides, Mrs. Messides brought us some treats tonight, and we appreciate that. We're taken care of up here in the booth. We appreciate it. Mr. Martin, how was the trip down from Canada? Everything good? Good. Mr. Boone had to stay up. Couldn't make the trip. Hey, Mr. Boone, hope you're doing well up there. Mrs. Boone, same with you. Hope you're doing well up there. Up in Canada, Mr. and Mrs. Waller, Mr. and Mrs. Williams. Hey, give Jack says give Dookie some treats. We know the rules. Adam Walkowski, Polish Power, is up in the booth with us tonight. This is his first lacrosse game up here with us, isn't it, Adam? So Adam's been up here in the booth with me for some baseball games, but this is his first lacrosse action. So the Polish Power, Adam Walkowski. He's excited to be here, he says. HP head prefect Eli Fontenez back on the camera tonight. He's clapping, and we got a little excitement out of Fontenez tonight. Look out! He's not letting the rain bring a damper on his day. Miss Hughes is on the clock, and she'll be helping us out. Looks like Jack Williams. Jack Williams is going to take the starting net tonight for the Cougars. So Adam, we were talking about we have a deal. So Jack Williams, he has a dog. His name is Dookie. So for every save that Jack makes, Dookie gets a treat. Okay, Adam says that's a fair deal. Fair deal. But not only does Dookie get a treat, but all family dogs get treats when Jack makes a save. So false start on the opening faceoff and gives the ball to the Cougars. Charlie Boone's going to put it in play, and he sends it behind the net, and that looks like Nathan Ward out there. It is. So Ward, and he's going to be joined in the midfield by Wade, Cronin, and Martin. Charlie Boone's going to be on the field with a bounce shot by Cronin through the legs of the goaltender for the Rams. Puts the Cougars on the board quickly. 21 seconds into the game, and Cronin puts a bounce shot right between the legs of the Pine Richland goalie, and the Cougars are on the board quickly, 1-0. So Nick Kuda also going to join the attack. So it's Wade, Ward, and Kuda on the attack. Looks like, who's that? Ferguson out for this draw. He has the clamp. Nope. Pine Richland comes away with it, still on the ground, fighting for a loose ball, and it looks like Chris Rathwell is going to scoop up the ground ball, and he's going to lead the attack. They got numbers. He's running straight down the alley, and he shoots and scores. Rathwell picks up the ground ball, goes down the alley unchecked, and puts one past the goalie for another quick goal. And the Cougars are up 2-0. 34 seconds into the game. Quick start by the Cougars. Looks like Jacob Petnich going to take the wing out here. Andy Scott on the LSM over on the other side. Jacob's mother and father, family sitting right down here below us. Welcome to the game. Nice having you. Any family members out there watching, glad having you out there as well. So there's another ground ball picked up by number 16, Campanella for Pine Richland. But ball was stripped, and Andy Scott picks it up, and he feeds it up to Wade. Wade gets the touch in the box for the Cougars, and they're just going to slow it up, wait for the offense to get on the field. Petnich is going to stay out there, and here comes James Kendall to join the action. Ryan Mockenhop, hometown, he's out there. So hometown Mockenhop, Kendall, and Petnich is going to be at the midfield for the Cougars. And Mockenhop gives it over to Ward. Ward beats the defender down the alley, shoots one. Nice save by the goalie, Saunier. But backed up by Kuda, Nick Kuda for the Cougars, and he's going to put it in play. Sends it up top to number 9, Jacob Petnich. Over to 22, Jeremiah Wade. Now James Kendall, number 7. He's going to sweep over the top. Looking for into the middle for Mockenhop. Shoots one, but saved by Saunier. Sends it up into the middle. Not handled by the Rams. Still having a hard time clearing. They do pick up the ground ball, and it looks like we're going to have a timeout called by Black Coach as number 11, Taylon Heel Russell, had the ball. And the coach, he was swarmed by a host of Cougars, so the coach calls a timeout. Didn't look like he had it across midfield yet, so they're still going to have to get it across midfield for their clear. But the Rams will have possession after this timeout. Rainy day here in Salzburg. It was kind of nice in the morning, and then the rain started coming, and it just kept getting worse and worse as the afternoon went. So here we are. Nice crowd joining. We got some students coming up. HP, did you send out a message? Mister, did you send out a message for the guys to come and support the team? Oh, okay. Oh, spread the word physically. Didn't send a message on the... Okay. Word of mouth. Went out in the old-fashioned way. All right. We got it. So, ball's going to be put back in play. Number 46, Speakman, Clayton Speakman for the Rams is going to have it. Kuda, Mealy, and Ward surround him, and he's going to have to send it back. And now that's over to number 7, and then he feeds it up. The Rams are trying to clear. They're still having a hard time on the ride by the Cougars, and they do get it across midfield, but the ball's bobbled, and it's back to number 46, and it's still on the ground. Ball is sent down, and now number 3, Hello, had it. Now it's number 9, DeGrons. 46, Speakman. Over to 3, Aiello. Now it's behind the cage, 27. Now number 4, Hilton. He sends it back up top to Speakman. Speakman has it, and he's going to work on, looks like Rade Vignovich. Rade rides him, keeps him on the perimeter, and forces him wide. Now Kuda's going to provide the defense. And the Rams just can't get anything going as the Cougars provide solid defense. There's a double team, but this shot by Aiello as he went down the right alley. He beat his man and shoots one over the shoulder of Williams, and that was number 3, J.A. Aiello. So Aiello puts the Rams on the board, And it's a 2-1 Cougar lead. 9:14 left in the first quarter. It'll be Ferguson out to take the draw. And it looks like Speakman for the Rams. Refs holding them there for a while. Their clamp's still down. No, that's number 16. I'm sorry. But the ball is still on the ground, not scooped up by anybody, and it looks like Scott's going to push it forward. Still a ground ball, and there's Charlie Boone to pick it up and gain possession for the Cougars. Gets it up to Kuda, shoots one wide, backed up by Ward, and the Cougars are going to maintain possession. 8:55 left in the first quarter. Ward puts it back in play, sends it over to Wade, and gives it up to Martin. Martin, Cronin, and Boone will be at the midfield with Wade, Ward, and Nick Kuda on the attack for the Cougars. There's Martin, sweeps over the top, gives it back to Cronin. Down to Ward, into the middle for Wade with a nice over-the-shoulder, behind-the-back shot. He puts it low past the goaltender for a goal. And that gives the Cougars a 3-1 lead. Nice ball movement by the Cougars. They find Wade wide open in the middle, and he puts a nice over-the-shoulder shot low into the right-hand side of the goalie. And the Cougars are up 3-1. 8:35 left in the first quarter. Killian, 55, Mercedes out. He gets a strong face-off win. Ground ball picked up, and he shuffles it over to Wade. Nice win by Mercedes. Now Rathwell's going to get it, and he's going to wait for the rest of the offense to sub in. And it's going to be Brennan Wright and Santino Gitetti. I got it right finally, Miss Hughes. Finally. I had a talk with Santino, and he actually said he liked me saying Giatetti, and he wasn't going to tell me not to do it, but it is right. And there's a nice pass to Kuda. Across the crease from Ward, finds Kuda on the doorstep, and Kuda does what he does well, and he puts it past the goaltender for a 4-1 Cougar lead. Nice ball movement again by the Cougars, and Ward sent a nice cross crease pass to Kuda, who's standing wide open on the backside, and he puts it in 4-1 Cougars. 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Ferguson out for the draw. Petnich and Vignovich are on the wings. Say that a couple times. And there's a ground ball picked up by Petnich. Nice job by Jacob. And he's going to run. And Rade was running with him. He ran down the alley. And there's Wade. He gets past the goaltender up to Kuda. Now to Ward. And now he will sub out. James Kendall, number 7, is going to have it up top, gives it over to Petnich. He's going to work on the short stick defender. Gets a screen from Kendall. Goes over the top and gives it to Ward. Ward back to Kendall. Kendall's still working on the short stick. Comes into the middle and gives it over to, is that Mockenhop? Mockenhop down the lane to Wade, over to Kuda. There's Petnich. Looked like he had an alley, but he didn't shoot it. There's Mockenhop. He sweeps over the top, gives it to Petnich. Petnich doesn't shoot, gives it back to Mockenhop, sends a pass to Kendall. He had to retreat and pick it up off the bounce. Now Kendall's going to work on the short stick. Tries to go down the lane, but it's cut off by the Rams defense. Now gives it to Petnich. Now Ward. Cougars are just cycling it around on the outside. Now there's Kuda. Nothing into the middle. Rams are doing a good job of preventing the pass to get into the middle. Petnich had to scoop it up off the ground after a little bit of a misplay. Sends it over to Wade. Back to Petnich. Cougars are taking their time here. Petnich doesn't take the screen, but he finds Ward in the middle with a nice pass. And Ward puts it home for another Cougar goal. Beautiful pass by Petnich. And the patience by the Cougars paid off as they finally find Ward on the doorstep, and he takes advantage of the nice pass, giving the Cougars a 5-1 lead. 6:23 left in the first quarter. Beautiful pass by Petnich. Nice job on the Cougars of just being patient, creating an opening in the middle for Ward to get there, and Petnich found him for the goal. Ground ball win by Mercedes. Sends it back to Loa Martin. He gets it across midfield. Down to Wade, and he gets it in the box for the Cougars touch. He's working. He gets around the defender. He's going to, nope, doesn't shoot. Sends it to Kuda. Kuda up for Cronin, and it's going to be Boone, Cronin, and Martin working in midfield this time for the Cougars with Ward, Wade, and Kuda still on the attack. Ward on the short stick. Finds up into the middle. Now there's Kuda. Shot wide. There's a flag. Shot wide, backed up by Wade. There's a flag. Looks like they got a little slash on black on the pass. So Cougars have a nice ball movement, and now they're going to be man up. Looks like Rathwell's going to join the man up unit, and Nick Kuda's going to come out. So Charlie Boone's going to go on the attack with Wade and Ward, with Martin, Cronin, and Rathwell at the midfield. And there's sends it over to Wade. He doesn't shoot. Back up, now into the middle for Boone, and he does put one past the goalie. Nice cross corner pass from Ward to Boone, and Boone puts it past the goalie for a 6-1 Cougar lead. Cougars are finding the open man on the doorstep frequently tonight. Yeah, who's that guy? Cole Slezak, how you doing? How you doing, Cole? Oh, Cole Slezak. He was a defenseman for the Cougars a couple years back, and he's here to watch a game. Welcome back, Cole. I always liked Cole. So the Pine Richland gets the face-off, and they're going to have the ball on the offensive end. Number 9, DeGrans has it up top. He's joined by Aiello. Down low is 27, Smallwood. Smallwood working on Dom Kuda, but he sends it back up to Aiello. Now 18, Foster. Foster working down the lane on 52 right. Couldn't get anywhere. Aiello on Scott. Now he's doubled by Mealy, and Mealy is doing Mealy things, causing havoc. And he's still on him, causing a ground ball, but picked up by Pine Richland. There's still pressure, and Wright puts a hit on. And the flag comes down. They called it a little bit of aggressive, and there's a shot by Foster over the head of Williams, and they're going to call Brennan Wright with a little bit of a push. He'll serve a penalty, and the Cougars are going to be man down. Boy, they were swarming on defense there, hey, Eli? Oh, yeah. Mealy doing Mealy things. So number 9, DeGrans, shot by 77. Jones, backed up by the Rams, 27. Smallwood, and he has it in play. Nice save by Jack Williams, and Ward picks it up, and he's going to run and look to clear, and he's using his legs. And here comes Giattetti off the field to join the offense. Gives it over to Wade. Wade gets the touch, and he's just going to pull it out. And they worked off the penalty, and now it's Giattetti, Petnich, Wade, and it looks like Mockenhop's going to join in maybe. And he does. So Kuda down low. Gives it to Mockenhop. Can't handle the pass. And it's going to go out of bounds on a turnover, and the Rams will have the ball. Number 4, Hilton will pick it up and put it in play. OBP's putting the pressure on him. He gets it down, and the Rams did get their touch. Now they get their touch. 77 Jones has it. He's going to work on Vignovich. But now he gives it over to, what's that number? 9. Number 9 is DeGrans. Or no, 3, Aiello. Sends it behind the cage. Now 4 into the middle, but it's knocked away by the Cougar defense. But Aiello's going to get to it first to pick it up. Send it over for Jones. Jones going to work on Smith. Smith forces him wide, makes him turn around and give it back to 46, and it's pressured by Viknovich and causes a ground ball, loose ball. It's picked up by the Rams. Aiello gives it to Jones. Vignovich is still going to work defense on Jones. Jones has it. Sends it down to number 4, Hilton. Hilton comes up top and gives it to, I can't see that number. Still can't see it. Number 12. Now Jones has it. Beats his defender, Vignovich, but nice save by Williams. Give Dookie some treats. Ball went out of bounds, and the Rams will still have it. Great save by Williams. So Hilton puts it back in play for the Rams. 27, Smallwood has it. Still has it. Comes around, look for the Cotter, number 12, Zinkowski. But the pass was over his head. Look, it must have been tipped by a Cougar. So the Rams are going to keep possession. Speakman has it. Up top to Jones. Jones sends it down to Zinkowski. Zinkowski up over the top. Now Aiello. Aiello. He has the goal for the Rams. Sends it behind the cage for 27. Smallwood. Up to Jones. Sweeps over the top. Now shot and score. Number 12, Cooper Zankowski. Shoots a low to high riser, and he beats Williams for the second goal for the Rams, cutting the Cougar lead to 6-2 with 1:50 left in the first quarter. So the Rams maintained possession for quite a while there in the offensive end. Kept possession, and the Cougars played defense for a long time there, but the Rams paid off in the end. Pushed by Mercedes, and that's going to give the ball to the Rams on the face-off win. And number 16, Campanello, Rocco Campanello, had a nice face-off win there. Scott putting the pressure on the defense, and now the Rams do get their touch, and that's number 25, Rapoli, Sam Rapoli. Now 18, Foster. Andy Scott intercepts, gives it to Charlie Boone, and he's going to be on a fast break. Charlie Boone right down the alley, gives it over to Wade. Wade gets his hands free, shoots, but save. Nice save by Justin White in goal for the Rams. Ball still on the ground. Still on the ground. Now it's popped up. Who's going to get to it? Ground ball, and it looks like Lowe Martin. No, Ian Smith has it. He's pressured by the Rams, and it's forced out of bounds, and the Rams are going to take over possession. Number 25, Rapoli. Now he sends it back to the long stick, and then he sends it across the field to 31. And he gets it, and there's a pass, and Mealy's there to scoop it up for the Cougars. He clears midfield, and he gets it down to Nathan Ward. Still hasn't got a touch in the box yet for the Cougars, but now he is in, and the Cougars have their touch. Looks like Cronin, Boone, and Martin are going to join them at the midfield, with Ward, Wade, and Nick Kuda down on the attack for the Cougars. Less than 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Cougars up 6-2. Ward sends it behind the cage to X for Nick Kuda. Now he has it. Oh, stepped in the crease, and that's a turnover. Unnecessary turnover. Kuda lost track of where he was at and stepped into the crease. Now the goalie sends it back. Intercepted by Martin. 10 seconds left. Feeds it up to Ward, and Ward puts it in. What a play by the Cougar defense on the ride. Martin intercepts the pass, feeds it to Ward, who runs down the alley and puts another one in for the Cougars, and it's a 7-2 lead with 6.7 seconds left in the first quarter. Heads up play by Lowe and Martin. Getting the ball to Nathan Ward, and he puts his second of the day in. So Nathan Ward has 2 goals on the day. Face-off win by Ferguson. Lead pass, tried to get it up for Matt Hart, just out of his reach. So Ferguson wanted to draw back to Rathwell, tried to feed Hart on the fast break before time expired, but the pass was just high, out of his reach. And that'll bring an end to the first quarter with the Cougars up 7-2. And we'll be back right after this short break. So here we are back at Donald H. Jones Stadium getting ready for the second quarter. Cougars up 7-2 against Pine Richland Rams. We'd like to thank everybody out there listening to us. Mr. and Mrs. Gitetti up there in Rochester, or did they come down? Are they in the stands today? If they're not in the stands, we say hello up to you. Grandma Nana, we love you up there in Rochester. Grandma Wade, always a big fan of Grandma Wade's. Grandma Wade was here. The day she was here, Jeremiah had 7 goals. It was like magic. Lucky, right. Grandma Wade, Adam, Polish Power Welkowski just said you are like a lucky charm. So, Grandma Wade, when you show up, Jeremiah puts on a show, so he shows up. He balls out them. So, Grandma Wade's a lucky charm. Hope you're doing well up there in Canada, Grandma Wade. You come on back and visit us anytime. Mr. and Mrs. Ward, hope you're doing well up there in Canada. Man, I love all the Canadians. I do. The Deloros, they're awesome. I think I need to move to Canada. I don't know if they'd like me up there though. So Mercedes out to take the draw for the Rams, sends it between his legs. Number 16 is hustling for it. And Mercedes still digging. And Charlie Boone tries to come away from it with it, and he's held. Or there was a push, and Charlie Boone will come away with it, and he puts the ball in play. Oh, he takes a whack from number 4, Hilton, but he gets it down in the box for the Cougar touch. Oh, Andy Scott in the middle. Couldn't handle the pass, just out of his reach. But there's Lowe Martin to scoop up the loose ball. Andy Scott was wide open in the middle. If he could have connected on that pass, he had the long stick getting ready to load it up. Ward does a nice job of keeping the ball in White possession, and he's going to work on number 11 over the top. And then Martin gets his hands free, shoots one, saved by the goalie, White. And there's a shot by Wade, backed up by Kuda. And the Cougars still have possession. Kuda gives it to Boone. Now up top for Cronin. Cronin, Martin, and Boone at the midfield with Ward, Wade, and Nick Kudo. There's Martin. Sweeps over the top. Finds Charlie Boone in the slot. Doesn't shoot. Gives it to Martin. Oh, that was Cronin with a step down low to high riser. Just over the cage. Backed up by Wade, and the Cougars still have the ball. Wade puts it back in possession. He's going to dodge for Max. Gives it up to Boone. Boone gives it to Ward. He's working on the short stick. Tries to get around him. Still gets it. He works down. Shot. Saved by White. Deflected to Wade. Now to Boone. Cronin has it. Cronin has a big step down if he wants it. No, he walks down to the alley. Bounce shot. And he scores. Cade Cronin just walks through everybody. Gets his hands free somehow. And shoots a bounce shot for another Cougar goal. And it's 8-2 Kiski. Cade Cronin put on a man show there, huh, Adam? I mean, it looked like a football player, huh? He looked like he was going to score a touchdown there, huh? I mean, he went right through the defense, made a nice individual play to get down the alley, and he puts a bounce shot past the goalie, White, for another Cougar goal. 10:22 left in the first half, and the Cougars are up 8-2. Bryce Ferguson will be out to take the draw for the Cougars with Chris Rathwell on the far wing and Andy Scott over here with the long stick on the near wing. We still have Mealy, OBP, and Dom Kuda back on defense. Pushed in the back by the face-off man of the Rams. So the Cougars will get possession. That should have been a delay of game, but they're not going to call it. Rathwell will pick it up. He's going to get it down to Kuda inside the box for the Cougar touch. And he gives it back to Rathwell. Now Brennan Wright. So it's Brennan Wright, Jettetti, and Rathwell on the midfield this time with Kuda, Wade, and Ward. There's Ward in the middle for Kuda. Nice pass. Right down to Ward, and he quickly finds Nick Kuda in the crease all by himself on the doorstep for another Cougar goal, and it's 9-2. 9:53 left in the first half. Cougars starting to pull away. Masitis out for another draw. Vignovich and Petnich on the wings. Masitis sends it forward, scoops up the ground ball. He works down to Kuda, and he shoots and scores. Fast break on display. Masitis with the face-off win, scoops the ground ball to himself, feeds it to Kuda, and he puts it home for a quick goal. That's what, 5 seconds in between goals there. Ooh, that, that was Nick Kuda's third. That's 3 for Nick Kuda. That's a hat trick. Adam, so you know those terms, huh? Oh, so soccer. Well, we say hockey around here, but anyways, Ferguson Ferguson out for another draw, and they're going to say false start on the Rams. And Petnich is going to pick it up and put it in play for the Cougars. Gives it up to Kuda, and he's inside the box for his touch, and he's going to go behind the cage and give it to Ward. Ward now up on the wing to James Kendall, number 7. Mocken hops up top, sends it over to Petnich, bobbled it a little bit, but picks it up. Recovered nicely, sends it behind the cage for Ward. Up top for Mockenhop, look for a step down, chooses not to shoot it, and sends it back to Ward. Ward does get his hands free, shoots. Nice save by White on a spinning shot from Ward. And now the Rams are going to try to clear. Mishandled pass, and the defender has it, and he sends it up to midfield, and they will clear. And the Rams are across midfield, but still haven't got in a touch inside the box. Mealy is riding, but they do get inside the box, and they do get their touch. Now he shoots. That was number 12, Kiski, who does have one of the Ram goals with the shot, and they're going to call Mealy for a hold there. Mealy was hounding him. So number 12, Zankowski's going to put it back in play. It looks like 9 DeGron. So Matt Hart's going to join the defense for the Cougars, and it's going to be Hart, OBP, Dom Kuda, and Andy Scott with Nathan Hart on the working the short man down unit for an H cause a bad pass. Immediately, Dom Kuda puts pressure on the Rams offense, forces a bad pass, and the Cougars are going to have the ball back on the turnover with 8:28 left in the half, and they're going to have to work off of this penalty. They're going to be a man down still, so Ward sends it behind the cage for Nick Kuda, and he's just going to run it and keep it out on the perimeter until the penalty gets killed off. And I believe that does kill it off, and the Cougars are evened up. Lowen Martin, Cade Cronin, Charlie Boone at the midfield with Jeremiah Wade, Nathan Ward, and Nick Kuda on the attack. So Cronin takes it behind the cage. He's going to dodge from X. Circles back. He's working on Iao. Sends it in the middle for Wade. And nice. Like it never even got into his net of his stick. He just kind of batted it into the net. Nice pass from Cronin to Wade. Beautiful play and finish by Wade to give the Cougars an 11-2 lead. And that's Jeremiah's second of the day. So maybe we were talking about Grandma Wade, and then that she sent a prayer up and sent some grandma magic, and Jeremiah got another goal. And here's Brendan Wright. He's going to get down, and he's going to get the clear and touch for the Cougars. Nice win by Masitis. And Rathwell and Jettetti's going to join in on the attack. So Cougars are subbing in all three solid lines here on the offensive midfield attack. And it's Wade, Ward, and Nick Kuda. Jettetti looks to go down the alley, but it's cut off by now Rathwell has it. Sends it back for Ward. Up top for Wade. Can't find it. And then just Kuda on a doorstep again for another goal, and that's his fourth of the day. Jeremiah Wade with a nice assist. Beautiful pass. What a nice offensive set by the Cougars. Had it up top. Sent it down to Ward, who sent it back up into the middle for Wade, which opened the crease up for Kuda. And he's standing all by himself, Adam, for another goal. That's his fourth of the day, and the Cougars are up 12-2 with 7:09 left in the half. Ferguson out for another draw. Vignovich and Petnich on the wings. And Ferguson can't win the draw, but it's now 16. Campanella does win it for the Rams, but they turn it over immediately. And the Cougars are going to put it in play. And there's OBP, sends it back to Jay Willie in the goal area. Gives it to Dom Kuda, sends it up to James Kendall. Over for OBP. Cougars are looking to clear. He gets it into the middle for Petnich, and he does finally get a hole clear. Now he gets it to Wade, and he's going to get it inside the box for the touch. So it's going to be Kendall, Kendall, Petnich, and Mockenhop at the midfield this time with the same three on the attack. Mockenhop sweeping over the top, trying to get, he does get down the alley, shoots, but it's deflected away by the Rams, picked up by Ward. Now Wade has it, gives it to Petnich. Petnich now gives it to Kendall. Kendall, we're going to work on the short stick, number 11 of Hill Wrestler. No, he gives it behind the cage. Ward is wide open, and he shoots a rocket. What did he save it, or did it go off the crossbar? He saved it. I mean, he saved that, and it went the whole way over to the house next door. So nice save by White to keep the Cougars off the board for another goal. And now the Rams are going to look to clear. Cougars are going to put on another ride, and the Rams are just struggling to clear on this ride. Cougars' ride has been hard all day, but there's Sinowski, and he's going to run free, looks into the middle, but can't connect, and Petnich is going to come away with it for the Cougars. And he's going to roll out of it and send it back to Mealy. Mealy gives it to Williams. Williams is going to run, and he gets it up for Wade for the clear. Still no touch, but there's Andy Scott. Does get it in the box, and the Cougars do have their touch. So here's Mockenhop and Petnich. Kendall's going to join in again. So Petnich, Mockenhop, and Kendall at the midfield with Wade, Ward, and Nick Kuda still at attack. Wade has it behind the cage at X. Sends it up for Petnich. Works down the alley. Sends it behind the cage to Ward. Now Wade. Over for Kendall. Kendall. Back to Petnich. Petnich circles around the defender. Doesn't have him completely beat, so he sends it over to Ward. Ward working. Gives it to Mockenhop. Up to Wade. Wade's just going to pull out and set up the offense. Gives it back to Ward, and he's down the alley. Bounce shot and score. Nathan Ward was all by himself once he got around the defender. Took a couple steps, shot a bounce shot past White, and the Cougars are up 13-2 with 4:24 left in the half. Cougars putting on an offensive display tonight. Good shot by Nathan Ward. What's that for Ward? That's his third of the day. So Ward, there's another hat trick at him. So Messidas sends it between his legs, and there's Charlie Boone to scoop it up. And he's going to run the fast break for the Cougars. Gets it to Ward, who's going to pull up a little bit and give it to Nick Kuda. Nick Kuda's going to run it behind the cage and give it to Jeremiah Wade. It's Lowen Martin, Cronin, and Boone at the midfield. Into the middle for Martin. He's swarmed by the Rams right away. Flag comes down. Wade tried to scoop shot, missed the goal, went out of play. So the flag will come down, and it looks like the Cougars are going to be man up. So cross check called on Black. Cougars had the middle free. Martin was in the middle, and then he got cross checked. So the Cougars man up. Rathwell will be out there with Martin and Cronin, with Boone, Wade, and Ward. There's Martin. There's Rathwell. Now Cronin. Boone has it. Up top for Cronin. Now Ward. Cougars are moving the ball quickly. Boone has it. Martin steps down and shoots and scores. Boone gives it to Lowen Martin, and he takes a step down from about 10 yards out and sends a rocket past White for another Cougar goal, and it's 14-2. 3:35 left in the half. Lowen Martin with a big shot on the feed from Charlie Boone. Bryce Ferguson out for the draw. He's going to, no, looks like ball still on the ground, and Ferguson does scoop it for the face-off win, and he's going to send it back to the goalie, Williams. Williams is going to look to clear, lead the break for the Cougars. He's going to send it across, overshoots Mealy. Mealy was standing there. Williams was throwing it to him, but Mealy didn't think the ball was coming to him, let it go, and it went out of bounds. So the Rams are going to have it. Now 77 Jones does have it across midfield, and Scott strips him of the ball. Scoots it forward, and here's Jeremiah Wade running all by himself down the alley. Shoots and scores. Jeremiah Wade all alone after the turnover. Andy Scott does a nice job of just poking it to him. And Wade, once he picked it up, had clear sailing on a one-on-one with the goalie. And he shoots a low bouncer for another Cougar goal. And it's 15-2 with 3:03 left in the half. Messidas out for the faceoff. You have to. So Messidas wins the draw cleanly. Looked like Jones was in there to take that draw for the Rams, and Messidas does take it the whole way down into the box and get the touch for the Cougars. And now they're going to pull out and wait for some offensive subs to come in. Jettetti, Wright, and Rathwell will be at the midfield for the Cougars this time with Ward, Kuda, and Wade. So Jettetti has it. Now Wright over to Rathwell. Rathwell's going to work on the short stick. He's down the alley behind the cage for Kuda. Kuda, look for a pass. And that's so he's going to call offsides. But okay. So the Cougars maintain possession. And it looks like Rathwell over there. He spins and gets around the defender, gives it to Kuda. Now it's, who's that? Wright shoots and White saves. So White with the save on Wright. Man, they just want to tie up my tongue, Eli. And Wright has it again. He's going to work on the short stick. Tries to get, he he doesn't get around him. Now he fires one high of the cage, but it's backed up by Kuda, and the Cougars are still going to have it. 1:44 left in the half. Cougars up big 15-2 at the moment. Jeremiah Wade has it out here on the right alley. Now he's working on Jones, the short stick, and he's stripped. Nice play by Jones of the Rams, and he gets it, and he's going to head down the other way. Stripped right, or Wade, that is. So nice play by Jones of the Rams to get possession and stop the Cougars' scoring opportunity. So here's 18. Foster sends it behind the cage for, can't make out that number, 27. Now up top for Speakman. Speakman has it, and he's going to work on Wright, who has the short stick. Speakman down the alley, cut off by Mealy nicely. He's going to pull out and give it to 27. Smallwood. Now 18 has it. Foster. He shoots high, backed up by Smallwood. So Smallwood has it. Charlie Boone's going to come down and play defense now for the Cougars. OBP spun, but Hilton spins on OBP. Now nice play by Vignovich to get it to Boone, and Boone's going to lead the break. 22 seconds left. Boone has numbers to Wade. Now Ward over to Kuda, and there's a score. Tic-tac-toe passing display. There's so many people touch the ball right there. Boone to Wade to Ward to Nick Kuda, and Nick Kuda puts his 5th of the day in, and the Cougars are up 16-2 with 17.1 left in the half. Fast break on display there for the Cougars. They picked it up with about 23 seconds left, and they went the length of the field in 6 seconds. And Kuda puts his 5th of the day home for 16-2 Cougar lead. Ferguson out for the draw. Scott, and it looks like Petnich on the wings. Ferguson wins it cleanly, and he's going to break again for the Cougars. He shoots. Low bouncer, backed up by Wade. 10.7 seconds left. So Wade has it. Mock and hop. Kendall. Ward. Petnich is still on the field. Tries to feed it into the middle for Kendall. Overthrown. And that'll run out the half with the Cougars up 16-2 over Pine Richland. We'll be back after a short break. Go on out and get yourself some snacks. So welcome back here to Donald H. Jones Stadium at Kiski. Still got about 7.5 minutes left of halftime. The Cougars up 16-2 against Pine Richland Rams. Highlights of the first half. Cougars led by a strong offensive effort, maintaining possession for the majority of the time. Big face-off wins by 55, Killian Masides, and number 10, Bryce Ferguson. Keeping the Cougars in possession the majority of the half. And when they had possession, they made it count. Nick Kuda with 5 goals. Jeremiah Wade with 3 goals. Nathan Ward with 3 goals. Cade Cronin added a pair. Chris Rathwell, Charlie Boone, and Lone Martin, all with 1 each. When the Cougars were on defense, they were led again by the senior trio of Mealy, Dom Kuda, and Andy Scott. Mealy doing Mealy things, just being the physical presence that he is. Kuda and Scott scooping up ground balls and just being so sound defensively, position-wise. And then the youngsters, OBP, getting some real nice time in there. Vignovich, Petnich, also getting some nice time in there. James Kendall had a lot of run. Ryan Mockenhop, hometown Mockenhop, freshman, had a lot of run there in the first half. So Cougars are getting a lot of guys in the game. And taking advantage of the big lead to get guys playing time. Looks like Aiden Waller's going to be warming up. He's warming up, taking some shots down there. I'm guessing they're going to sub out, and Jack Williams had a nice first half. Didn't face many shots. Had a couple huge saves on the doorstep there in the first quarter when the game was still kind of tight. Hope Dookie and all the dogs got their treats out there for those saves. Got to meet Dookie this past weekend. Dookie was up at, I don't know if Dookie was up at Western Reserve, so we got to meet Dookie this weekend. And what a nice dog he is. So, Miss Hughes, welcome back. Miss Hughes went for a little break, but so I didn't tell you. This past weekend at the MSLA tournament, Dookie was at the tournament. So, yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Williams and Chris, Jack's brother, they brought Dookie to the game, and we had a lot of dogs there. I think Mr. and Mrs. Masides brought their dog, and they're both their dogs, and some other families brought their dogs. I can't remember. Oh, I'm telling you, the dogs, because of the balls, because those balls are hard to destroy. I mean, you could give a dog a lacrosse ball, and he's not going to chew that thing up very quickly. So yeah, Dookie was there, and he was the star of the show. And I'm telling you, everybody knows who Dookie is. He's famous. He's famous. He's famous up there in Canada now. So anything we can do to get people and dogs recognition, that's what we're here for. You know. So they had, like I said, they were at the MSLA this past weekend for the MSLA playoffs. Cougars coming away in third place, and there was Thank you. There was some awards given out at the tournament. So the spring or the let's see if I can find it here. I know Coach Spawn sent a. Here we go. So the awards. So the awards for the MSLA this year, they voted on by the coaches of the MSLA teams at the tournament this past weekend. So the Cougars had 4 first team awarded players awarded first team. Nathan Ward was all MSLA first team attack. Lo Martin was all MSLA first team midfield. Ryan Mealy was all MSLA first team defense, and Andy Scott was an all MSLA first team specialist. So 4 guys on the Cougar team making first team. We also had 4 make second team, with Nick Kuda being a second team all MSLE attack man. Dom Kuda being a second team all MSLA defenseman. Jack Williams was all MSLA second team goalie this year. Last year he was first team goalie. This year he's second team goalie. So 2 years in a row, Jack Williams being recognized in the league. Killian Masitis, this is his second year also being all MSLA second team face-off. So I think last year he might have been honorable mention, but this is his second year on the team. Mealy was on the team last year. So we have a lot of repeat members of the all MSLA team. And then we had 3 honorable mentions this year also, with Jeremiah Wade, Charlie Boone, and Cade Cronin. So quite a few guys getting recognition, but that doesn't even begin to say the depth of our team. We've had battled a lot of injuries throughout the year. Chris Rathwell didn't play for a few weeks. Brennan Wright was out a couple games. So yes, you can. So, oh man, we have a Kiski famous Kiski Cougar, Mr. Kiski they call him, Mr. Kiski. Tim Allshouse is joining us in the booth. How you doing, Tim?
I'm great, Coach.
All right. You graduating yet? Not yet.
I'm a junior now.
Junior. All right. So you got another year. So Ferguson doesn't get the face-off win, and that's number 16 for the Rams. And but the ball's on the ground, and there's Vignovich. Nope, ball's still on the ground. Still on the ground, fighting for it. Now it's up in the air, and there's Dom Kuda picking up the loose ball. Feeds it back to OBP. OBP sends it over to Matt Hart. Now Matt Hart gets it across to Petnich, and they get the clear. He has to get it inside the box, and he does. And the Cougars have their touch. So we're going to have running clock here in the second half, and the Cougars are going to have pretty mass substitutions. And we have Kendall, Petnich, Ian Smith, Brad Horton, Mockenhop, and Jettetti on the offensive end for the Cougars at the moment. And there's Kendall, sweeps over the top, sends it behind the cage to Mockenhop. Now Jettetti has it, stripped, ball on the ground, fighting for it. Still fighting for it. Jettetti does pick it back up, and he sends it up top to Petnich. Over to Ian Smith. Now back to Petnich. James Kendall has it on the right side and sends it down for Jettetti and gives it back to Kendall. He's going to work on the short stick. Sweeps over the top. Sends a bounce pass to Smith. Looks to go down the alley, but he's defended well by number 13 of the Rams, and he can't get anywhere. So he sweeps over the top and gives it to Petnich. Petnich behind the cage, and now Jettetti gives it to Mockenhop. Mockenhop gets in the alley, shoots. Nice save by the new goalie, number 6 for the Rams. and they send it back to him. He mishandles it. Number 6 is, I can't see, it's dark in here. Lentz, Chris Lentz, new goalie for the Rams. Number 11 has it. Hill Wrestler. The Rams have a clear, and now they have a touch, and they're going to work in the offensive end. Number 9, DeGrants. 3, Aiello. Behind the cage, and now swings it around for Speakman. Up top for Jones. Jones is going to sweep over the top, and Vignovich is going to have the defense. Jones down the alley. Cut off nicely by Kendall to help out Vignovich. Now Aiello, who has one of the goals for the Rams, sends it back to DeGron. He gets over the top. Shoot. Nice save by Waller. But it did squeak by him. Waller had the initial save. Couldn't corral it. And it did bounce into the goal for the Rams. I don't know who shot it. I can't remember who shot it. I really don't know. I believe it was number 9, but I'm not real sure on that. So I think it was the Grons that had it, but I totally missed it. I apologize if any of whoever's grandma was watching that, and if they were watching and scored a goal, I missed it. So Latimer in for the Cougars, but the Rams have another possession. And there's Speakman. Speakman gives it up for number 18, Foster, and he's going to work on Latimer. Latimer causes a bobble. Foster picks it back up, but Latimer's trying to push him out of bounds, but he gives it over to and they're going to call, I don't know what they called, but okay, so somebody pushed somebody, and the Cougars are going to have the ball. Waller sends it up for Smith, and he clears, and he gets down inside the box looking for numbers, but he can't handle the pass is Mockenhop, but now the Rams have it, and he gives it up to 25, and now it's 18 Foster. And there's Jones. Jones has it. Gives it back to Foster, and the rain's coming down a little harder. 25. Rapoli gives it to number 4, Hilton. Hilton gets over the top, still has it, working on, shoots high over the net, backed up by 27, Smallwood, and he's going to keep it for the Rams. Smallwood looking to work on the defender, circles around the cage and gives it out to Jones. Jones goes back. Now he sends it up top to Foster. Over to Rapoli. Now it's Foster. Down to number 12. Shoots off the goal, out of bounds. Nice shot by number 12, Zankowski. He has one of the goals for the Rams also. Just a little high, and it goes out of play. Rams still have the ball. Has it behind it into the middle. Nice save by Waller on Hilton. Point blank save by Waller. Nice save, Aiden Waller. Give Dookie a treat for that one. OBP has it. Now he gives it to Waller. Waller being hounded. Cougars are having a hard time clearing. Bad pass, can't clear. And it's the whole way down into the Ram zone, and it's going to be picked up by the Rams. Number 25, Rapoli has it. Charlie Boone hounded him, and the ball's on the ground. Charlie Boone has it, it's on the ground, and it's getting physical out there. Zach DeLauro in the game for the first time tonight. But the Rams have it. Jones. He's going to work on Petnich. It looks like number 9, DeGrons, is going to join in. And there's, is that number 12? Yeah. Feeds it back to Jones. Jones sweeps up over the top. Fires in. Saved by Waller. Lead pass a little too high. Charlie Boone shoulders him out of the way. And they're going to call Charlie with a push there and give the ball to the Rams. Charlie Boone put the shoulder down and ran that guy over. But the Rams are going to keep possession, and it's number 25, Rapoli. He'll give it to 77 Jones. Jones has it up top. Now DeGrons. Down to number 4, Hilton, behind the cage for Smallwood. Back up top, and Jones has it. DeGron looking for a screen. Now he just doesn't take the screen, sends it behind the cage to Smallwood. Smallwood now back up top, and Jones has it. Jones sweeps over the top, still has it. Cut off by Matt Hart. Nice defense by Matt to help out Petnich on the defense. Charlie Boone working the defense now on DeGron. DeGron can't get his hands free, and Boone forces him to go behind the cage to Smallwood. Circles it back up around. I can't see that number. I think that's number 12 over there that has it, Zankowski. Zankowski's going to bring it the whole way back up the midfield and work down the alley. Now he's down the alley. Can't get his hands free. Now he does have it. And Waller with another save. Another point-blank range save by Waller. DeLauro has it. He gets it across midfield for the clear. And now Petnich has it. And the Cougars have to still get it into the box for a touch. And they finally do get the touch. Behind the cage for Mockenhop. Mockenhop sends it up top for Cronin. And right, Cronin, Martin will be on the offensive attack with Brad Horton, Jettetti, and Mockenhop. So Cronin runs down the alley on Jones. Still has it. Sends it behind the cage. Isn't handled cleanly by Jettetti, but kicked off of the defender of the Rams out of bounds, and the Cougars still have possession. Wright has it. He's going to work up. 16-3 Cougars. 2:25 left in the third quarter. Running clock here. Wright still has it. Gets it down to Jettetti. Now he's up for Martin. Back to Wright. Wright spins to Martin. Martin in the middle, and he shoots and scores. Lowen Martin scores to put the Cougars on the board for the first time in the second half and make the score 17-3. Nice feed into the middle from Brendan Wright. Lowen Martin on the doorstep puts it away. Gives the Cougars a 17-3 lead. Under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Bryce Ferguson out for the draw. James Kendall on the wing over here, and Vignovich over on the far side. Ground ball one, push in the back, it looked like, and it's going to give the ball for the Rams. Ferguson got a little aggressive there, but Rams will have it. So it's going to be Aiello, DeGron, and Zankowski with Hilton, Smallwood, and Speakman. So Zankowski, now Aiello. Aiello's working on Ferguson. Gives it to DeGron. Kendall providing the defense. DeGron spins back and gives it back to Aiello. Nice double team by Vignovich to cut off the drive. And now they get it back up to DeGron. He's working, step down. Nice stick by Matt Hart to deflect the shot. Sending it high and wide. But backed up by the Rams, so they'll still have possession. Smallwood has it. Ooh, nice spin move. But there's OBP to pick up help defense. Gives it up to Speakman. Speakman trying to go over the top on Vignovich. Cut off nicely. Down behind the cage. Hilton stripped of the ball. But there's Smallwood to pick it up. Aiello working on Ferguson. Can't get a pass to Smallwood, and it goes out of bounds. And that brings an end to the third quarter with the Cougars up 17-3. And we'll be back right after this short break. So here we are back for the fourth quarter. And Mrs. Mercedes' cookies bars are being a huge hit up here in the booth. Eli Fontenez says that is different. That is different. I don't know what that means, but it's different. Timmy Allshouse says, oh my God. So thank you so much for the snacks. We appreciate it. Speaking of Mercedes, there's Killian. That's her son out there taking the draw right now, number 55. Oh, Timmy was here. Timmy was a senior when Killian first got here. I should have known Tim known him. Mr. Kiski knows everybody. He knows everybody. He knows everybody. So you're home for the summer. Yeah. All right. Mercedes wins the break, and he's going to lead the break. Gives it down to Mockenhop. He's going to pull it up. Gives it to Petnich. Petnich is going to give it to Ian Smith. Mercedes hustles off the field, and it looks like James Kendall will be the other midfielder for the Cougars. Smith still has it in his stick. Gives it back to Petnich. Petnich is going to work up over the top, sweep down, whole way around, and give it to Jettetti. Behind the cage for Mockenhop. Mockenhop gets it to Smith. Horton cutting down the middle. Now Kendall has it. Sweeps the whole way up over the top. Gives it behind the cage. Circled back around for Jettetti. Now there's Horton. Horton for Petnich. Petnich can't get his hands free for a shot, and he's stripped of the ball. Number 55 of the Rams got it, and they're going to work and clear on a fast break. 25 has it now. He doesn't get the whole way down for his touch, but now they do get it in for the touch, and it's Hilton. Hilton behind the cage for Smallwood. Back to Hilton. Jones is going to join in with 25 Rapoli, 18 Foster, and was that 12? Zankoski. Zankoski has one of the Rams' goals. So Foster has it. He's going to work on Smith. Picked up by OBP. Spins. OBP strips him, and now he picks up the ground ball, and he's going to give it over to his goalie, Waller. Waller has it. He's going to work up the field. It's going to be slow. Looking for somebody to get it to. Gives it to Matt Hart. Crosses the field for Kendall. Nice catch by Kendall to haul that pass in. Gets it into the box. The Cougars have their touch. Sends it behind the cage for Jettetti. Jettetti smacked hard by number 7 of the Rams, causing a ground ball. But Jettetti scoops it up and keeps possession for the Cougars. Jettetti still has it. Now he gives it over to Petnich. Petnich is up top for the Cougars. Going to work down this right side. Down the alley. Ooh, tried to get a strip from the Ram defender. Petnich did a nice job of holding on to it. Now Lucas Latimer has it. He's up top with Brad Horton. Fights off a check. Tried to go through 2 Rams was stripped of the ball. And number 25, Rapoli, has it, and he's going to get it up to Jones, and they're going to get it across for a clear. And now down to Hilton, who's inside the box for the Ram touch. Just over 9 minutes left in the game with the Cougars up 17-3. Running clock here in the second half. Jones has it for the Rams. Speakman, 46. Hilton, number 4. Looks like DeGrawn, number 9. Smallwood is 27 out there. Smallwood, yep. And number 12, Zankoski, on the attack for the Rams. Denny Harrington in the game for the Cougars. Number 34, senior. Good seeing that. Tried to get a double team with DeLauro, and they get a strip. And now the ball's still on the ground, still being fought for. Ball is kicked. It's going to be over and back. No, they didn't call it. And it's still loose. Ball still loose on the ground, and it's scooped up by Zankoski of the Rams. He sends it over for Hilton. Hilton gets it back down into the box, shoots, and gets it past Waller on the bounce shot. And that cuts the lead to 17-4 with just over 8 minutes left in the game. So, number 4, that was number 4, right? You think? Who did you announce? Oh, you didn't. You just said goal. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, who did I say when they scored? What did I say? You didn't pay attention? Huh? No, the Rams. I just said the Rams score. It was number 4 on the bounce shot. But anyways, so Ferguson wins the face-off, picks up the ground ball, and he's going to run it down into the Cougar zone. And he's going to get inside the box for the touch. And now he's just going to pull out and let the Cougars sub in their offense. Jettetti has it, sends it behind the cage for Mockenhop. Mockenhop's going to work from the X position. He dodges, gets it up for Latimer. Can't handle the pass. Ball scooped, still on the ground. Still on the ground, loose ball. Who's going to come away with it? Doesn't look like anybody yet. And there's the Rams, number 7, Zach White. So there's 2 Whites. I wonder if he and the goalie are brothers. The old goalie. So now Hilton has it. Trying to work around, shoots a shot, and that's Nate Croson in. Oh, that's Nate Croson in the goal. Was he in the goal when the goal got scored too? Okay, so maybe. So Nate Croson making an appearance for the Cougars in the goal. So it looks like Zankoski has it behind the cage for the Rams, and he's looking for a cutter, but the Cougars are doing a nice job on the defense. Nowhere for him to go. He's just dancing back there, but nothing for him, nothing to work. There's Foster has it. He has it. Gets around Harrington, shoots one. Saved by Croson, and give Dookie a treat for that one. Nice save by Croson. Let's get all the dogs some treats on that one, huh? So Foster has it up top. Sends it to Smallwood. Gets a pick from Foster. Over the top. Shoots and scores. So Smallwood. Marco Smallwood. Twenty-seven. 27. 27. 27. Can't you see Adam? Can you see Adam? 27. No, that guy number 7's way down there. Number 27's way up here. But that's okay. That's okay, Adam. That's okay. We still love you. I love you. So 17-5 now, Cougars. Ferguson wins the face-off clean. Shoots. Bounce shot. Backed up by the Cougars. Horton. And he's going to pick it up and put it back in play. Gives it over to Mockenhop. Hometown has it. He gives it behind the cage to Jettetti. Jettetti. Up to Ian Smith. See if Jettetti can get a spaghetti bender here of a goal for us. Huh? That's what Jettetti, when he scores, they're spaghetti benders. We call it, just because it rhymes. And sounds fun, you know. There's Petnich down the eye. He shoots, deflected by the goal or the defense of the Rams, and there's Jettetti to scoop up the ground ball, keep possession for the Cougars. Sends it over to Mockenhop. Now up for, can't make out that number, Ian Smith. Ian Smith works on Jones, gets his hands free and shoots and scores. Ian Smith beats Jones, gets his hands free and shoots a low shot past the goalie, and it gives the Cougars an 18-5 lead with just under 4 minutes left in the game. So Ian Smith, senior, gets a goal. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I think, are here with us tonight, joining us. I'm sure. I know I saw Mrs. Smith walking in. I believe Mr. Smith was here also. So good to see Ian score, senior. Looked like Black was a little early, so possession will go to the Cougars. And it's going to be Petnich going in, scooping it up, putting it in play for the Cougars, and he's going to get down. Nope, he gives it down behind the cage for Mockenhop, and the Cougars are inside the box for their touch. Jettetti has it now. Gives it over to Kendall. Kendall up here on the right side sends it up top for Smith. And he's going to work over to the left side on the left wing. He's on Rapoli. Works down and shoots and scores his second. So Smith gets around the defender, walks down the alley, and shoots and scores his second in the past minute. And now the Cougars are up 19-5. Ian Smith with his second goal of the day. So the Cougars up 19-5, 2:30 and counting left in the game. And Ferguson will be out for another draw. Harrington on the wing over here. Ferguson wins cleanly, and he's off on another fast break. Gives it over to Jettetti. Can't handle it. Ball's on the ground. Still on the ground and loose. Still loose. Still loose. Scooped up by Brad Horton, and he's going to run behind the cage, spin, and turn back around, giving it to Jettetti. And the Cougars are just going to slow it up a little bit and wait for offensive substitutions. Jettetti has it. He's defended nicely by the Rams. Sends it up top for Smith. Over to Latimer. Now number 9, Petnich. Gets around the defender, but he sends it behind the cage for Mockenhop. Now Jettetti has it at the X. Looking for a cutter, but he sends it out on the wing for Latimer, who sends it up top for Petnich. Now he gets a screen from Latimer and sends it back behind the cage to Jettetti. He's going to work out on the wing. He shoots a low shot. Snuck a low shot. Somehow got his hands free and shot a low, slow bender. And the goalie made a nice save, kicking it wide, but the Cougars still have possession. There's Smith working around. Shoots high over the cage. Cougars were closest to the ball. Mockenhop's going to pick it up and put it back in play for the Cougars. Under a minute left in the game. Mockenhop has it. He works to the cage. Shoots. Ball hit off of the cross or the pipe. Went wide, and Petnich picks it up. Sends it back for Jettetti. Jettetti works. Gets his hands stripped. But there's Smith to pick up the ball. Still has it, and he shoots and scores. No, wide. Went wide, and flags go down. So Smith picks up the loose ball, spins around, shoots, but the ball goes wide. And with the running clock, that'll wind this game to an end with the Cougars coming away with a 19-5 victory here against the Pine Richland Rams. Where's the sheet with the scores on it?